Alright, what's up guys? Install video today. We will be installing a new steering wheel and we got a new cluster because that one's gay. We don't want that one anymore. So we picked up a nice Hype R cluster. Ooh, check it. Baller. No, just kidding. I don't care. Yeah, so we're dropping this in there. We will also be getting this right here. Regular, I think this, yeah, RSX wheel. We're going to be installing this in there. Pretty simple. So we're only going to be installing these two parts today in the car. So we're removing this, removing that. What I'm probably going to do first, just to help everybody out, I'll probably remove the wheel first, then pull out the cluster instead of doing like one or the other, and then I'll put the wheel back on. So yeah, if you know anybody that needs a steering wheel now, we will be selling our nice Type R red stitching EP3 steering wheel. Yeah, that'll be for sale. Probably also be selling the cluster. So if you know anybody that needs a stock cluster, take it. Yeah, that's it. Other than that though, oh, selling these headlights too. Probably sell these headlights. I don't need them anymore. Probably gonna get some Type R ones or something like that. So if you know anybody that needs headlights, take those too. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, we're selling this factory exhaust too. So if you know anybody that needs an exhaust, take it. All right, so on to install here. I guess first, make sure that the steering wheel is straight. That is a big mistake everybody already makes. Make sure the steering wheel is straight. Secondly, before we start to mess with this airbag here, please disconnect the battery. I've seen 100 people mess with airbags and they don't do it. Also, when working on the airbag, don't sit here in front of it. Okay, guys. Make sure you sit to the side or maybe to this side when you work on the airbag. When removing the airbag, don't sit in front of it like I'm sitting right here. Because if it pops out, it'll probably hit you straight in the face and that'll be pretty funny to watch. But it probably would hurt on your side. So what we've already done, we've already disconnected the battery. Our steering wheel is already straight. So now we're going to need to remove these two clips on the side right here. There's a little panel right here you're going to remove. And you're also going to remove this panel right here. So I'll be back in a second. Let me go and remove that. Yeah, tools. The only thing. Oh, special tools. Only special tools you're gonna need today is this right here. Can you guys see that? A T30. I guess this is called a star key. You're gonna need one of these to remove the airbag bolts. That's it. Other than that, you should have most tools laying around, but this is your one specialty tool you need. I had to go buy this to remove the airbag, so because I actually don't have any of these, so I had to go buy a whole set of them. Once again, Harbor Freight, 10 bucks, gets the job done, guys. We are not baller over here. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and remove these clips, and we'll go ahead and just go move on to the next step. All right, so side panels removed. There's going to be your airbag clip right here. This is a pull down clip. When you remove this, make sure you're sitting this way, not in front. So in case the airbag does go off, there's also a hex key up here that you're going to need, the star key. And there's one over here you're going to need for the star key over there. So let's go ahead and remove that. Alright, so after you remove your two screws on the side, unplug your shit. Go ahead and remove airbag. Now that's out. Alright, so step one, airbag's out. That's the hardest part. If you haven't died yet, you're probably good. So, alright. Okay, next you're going to remove all your wires in here. Just pull those clips out. Get that out. Unplug that. You will also need to remove this bolt here in the middle, which this is a 19. So, you're going to remove that. Pop the bolt off. So yeah, let's go ahead and break the bolt. That's really going to be the hardest part. You might need some muscles for this part, so if you're weak, you may need to ask to phone in a friend. So yeah, just break that bolt. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right, let's go ahead and break the bolt. Okay, we've broken our bolt. Now here's the best thing. Leave this bolt on. Do not take it off, because everybody spins it off and then rips on the steering wheel and then it hits them in the fucking face. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to leave this bolt on there some, and then you're going to beat this shit to death and pull it off. So that's what we're going to do now to break the steel around here, because this has probably been on there for its whole life probably. So there's probably kind of stuck on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave the bolt on, so when it does break, it doesn't hit you in the face. Yeah, so All right, let's go ahead and break it loose. Okay, so after we did these, we fought like hell. Actually, it did take a little bit of man muscle to get that off. I actually just struggled a little bit to get that off, but yeah, it's off now. So now what you're gonna do is just remove your bolt, put that out of the way, and then everything should just slide right out. Put that out of the way. Yeah. There you go. Wheel is off. Man, that was so hard, guys. Wasn't that so hard? All right, now what you're gonna do is, let's see. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and work on the cluster now. So, I'm just gonna just set that wheel out of the way. Now to remove the cluster, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just reach back here and pull this plastic trim off. There are 4 clips. There's one here, one here, one here, and one there. So what you're gonna do, if you might need to put a screwdriver in there and kind of piece it out to start it if you can't do it. But other than that, I'm probably just gonna rip it out. Because if it breaks, I don't care. But yeah, so if you don't want to break it, you might want to put a screwdriver in there and kind of piece it around slowly. So let's go ahead and remove the cluster. Okay, trim is out. What I told you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are your clips that go in there. There's also 1, 2, 3 screws. Remove the 3 screws. Okay guys, now once you have removed your 3 screws, the cluster just falls right out. There's a green and a blue plug at the top. Go ahead and unplug those and the cluster comes right out. That's about as easy as it can get. Okay, out with the old SI and in with the new Type R. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw the Type R cluster in there. Okay, as you can see, we just put the 3 screws back in, 1, 2, 3, and installed our gauge trim, pushed that back on, and we now have an installed Type R cluster. Woo. Baller. Alright, back to the wheel. So yeah, if you want to keep your cruise control, which you probably do want to keep because this is a nice DD, there are 2 screws on the back side that you need to remove this cruise control, whatever this stuff is, and you move it to the other wheel. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so cruise control module back in. Now what we're going to do is slide those wires through that hole right there and stick the wheel on exactly straight. Not like this, not like that, straight. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now our wheel is back on, our wires are plugged up. We left these 2 wires empty because the airbag's not on yet. Take your bolt, screw it back on, make sure your wheel's straight, tighten accordingly, okay? Okay, so now you got 2 more things to hook up and you're done. See this right here? A lot of people forget this because this goes right there. See this? I don't know if you guys can see that due to the light. There's a little clip right here that goes on there. Don't forget that. I know a lot of people do. Stick the airbag back in and we'll go ahead and wrap up. Okay guys, so yeah, wheels installed, plugged up our airbag, plugged up our little sensor back here, put our 2 bolts in, put our covers back on, and that's it. Horn's not plugged up yet because battery's not in, obviously, but there you go. That's your install. Pretty easy. Not sure what's coming next, but yeah, if you still need some parts for sale, you know, you got your exhaust, your steering wheel, cluster, and some headlights for sale. So, alright guys, see you next time.